We are seeing artificial intelligence seep into our life in new ways every day. And now some researchers at the University of Colorado wanted to see how people might react with AI, ghosts. Ghosts, guys, specifically ghosts of our own loved ones. Creepy, maybe, controversial, maybe, but it also might be a tool to work through grief, right? How can we run that fine line of helpful or not? So joining me today, I have Jack Manning, a PhD student at Dr. Jed Brubaker's Identity Lab at CU. You led this AI ghost study.
I did.
Which is such a, I mean, of all the emails we get, this one's a doozy. Thank you for coming in. What was your goal? You know, people do studies. You guys kind of set out to look for some things. What were you guys just trying to do with this?
Yeah, we really sought to better understand people's experience.
Okay.
Generative ghosts exist in the world right now.
People are already doing this.
People are already doing this,
okay.
Either using technology in their own way or finding a company offering this explicitly, but we really don't understand from a research perspective how that impacts people's lived experience.
When we say generative ghosts, this is, we feed the computer information about, it's ghosts of people you knew. It's not just a random, this is not meant to be like a haunted house style ghost. We're talking about information about our own loved ones who have gone, and then
yes.
You guys allow that, like there's like a communication with the living, if you will, right? Like,
yeah.
How does this work? How does this work? Is this like a chat bot thing?
Yes, exactly
okay.
right. Yeah, it would, the best way to describe it would be a chat bot built on data of our deceased loved ones. Technically can be anybody, but we were specifically focused on immediate family members that had passed.
Well, and that's going to be a different conversation, right?
Absolutely.
A stranger versus someone who you knew. Talk about some of the things you guys ran into as you were studying this. Like, was the AI good? Did they miss their mark? How did people react?
Yeah, we got a lot of mixed reactions. Thing that surprised us the most in the lab, I think, like you were mentioning, we entered it feeling very creepy, controversial, yeah. Ooh, this might feel uncomfortable. Most of our participants really enjoyed the experience.
Really?
Some even asking when we were launching our product, which we had to slow them down and say, we're just doing research.
What does that tell you they were looking for, though? Clearly this grief component, there's something there, right?
Exactly. We found that our participants entered the experience with a conversation they really wanted to have. A question they never got the chance to ask this person when they were alive, an update from their own personal life they were desperate to share. And so they were willing to overlook some of the flaws in the system if it meant that they could get that experience that they were seeking.
That's such a fine line, though.
It is.
Because we're not actually communicating with real people.
Precisely.
Do you feel like people struggled with the reality component of this versus maybe what they needed out of this closure component? Like, that's a fine line, right?
It's a very fine line.
And that's part of your research.
It's part of our research. It's something we definitely need to explore further. As we do say in the research paper, this was about 20-minute conversations that were supervised by a research team. Mm-hmm. It's very different to get this technology over the course of months and years, mm-hmm. by yourself, alone.
Mm-hmm. Kids versus adults, perhaps.
Kids versus adults. There are so many variables that we don't yet understand. So our research is really pushing for a better understanding, telling people stories with their specific relationships, and making sure that as these products be developed, they're being developed with their end users in mind.
You know, you're talking about a product you guys are thinking. So you guys are not just studying impact, but also how you could build out one of these. Is that your idea?
How we could build, our goal is to find
so many people build without thinking about the impact.
Yes,
right?
Yeah. So we are both telling stories of people experiencing the ghost, but we are interested in speaking to designers on if somebody were to make a generative ghost, these are the things that they should be considering so that we can help push however this technology ends up being implemented, making sure it's implemented in the best way that it can be.
With the level of your involvement at this point, are you excited? Are you fearful? I'm a little creeped out. And I'm not creeped out by the ghost so much as how we interact with our grief.
Yes.
I'm scared of what I'm hearing a little bit here.
Yeah, it is definitely different for all people.
Yeah.
I have mixed emotions. I
Sure.
think it puts me in a good position to be doing this research, as I am not yet 100% convinced that this is maybe the best path forward. So I enter into it with a little bit of skepticism, which I think is always a healthy thing.
Yeah.
But it's a very fine line, and I think the thing I'm coming away from this experience is we just don't know enough. We need to keep doing research and getting a better understanding of how this very, very new technology is impacting people.
This is wild. Jack Manning from CU helping us walk through this. I couldn't believe when I heard about this study, but I guess
crazy.
Somebody's got to study. It's already happening. So
it's
we
already
have
happening.
to figure out what it means, right?
We do.
Okay, well, thank you for your work. And it is a new frontier out there.
It is.
Jack, thank you.